So, you guys, let's talk about what Mr. Sean Diddy Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever it is that you want to call him at this rate. Whatever you want to call him at this rate. Damn it. Damn. It's like we're seeing the downfall of Diddy right before our very eyes, bro. Sheesh. So the other day, or maybe the other day, yeah, at this rate, yeah, it was 2 days ago, if you will. Diddy's house in LA, Miami, and in New York was raided by Homeland Security in connection of uh schmex trafficking investigation. Now, a lot of y'all keep saying it is that he's on the run, but that man was in Miami when it happened. It just sucks at the fact that his sons got handcuffed too, which I'm sure it is that got to be a traumatic ass experience um to witness that, to just have, you know what I mean? Like, that's the worst level to of being rated like that. But normally it is, when you got that level of security, like coming at your house and raiding it and everything like that, that means it is they have a case on you. And it's crazy to see this with Diddy. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's start this up. Diddy's home raided, home in LA stormed in connection of S-word trafficking investigation. Fox News. Let's get into the next video, y'all. Let's do it.
A story we're following, and of course we're trying to gather more and more information about it here on Live Now from Fox, as Diddy's home in Los Angeles has been raided by Homeland Security. Of course, we're learning more information. I do want to take you back out here before we get out to our Fox 11 team in their coverage, because some of this video is very dramatic and we don't know a ton of information right now about this here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, breaking news of this, as you can see, potentially law enforcement officials and other officials just outside of a gate, this on a street near the Beverly Hills area. Of course, we're following it very closely on Live Now from Fox. And of course, we're watching this. We didn't know exactly what we were seeing at the time. So this is just a little bit ago, as you can see a crowbar to get through this gate initially as well, the long guns and a multitude of people. As you'll see, they'll zoom out a little bit just to see the amount of force they are using to get inside this home. And of course, the complex.
Look at how many guards there. Boy, I don't wish this on nobody, bro. But and just to think this, bro, if they're doing this to Diddy, you know what I mean? We're not exempt neither of the same level of this thing. You get what I'm saying? This is a scary thing to go through. But it almost looked like it is that they're trying to make it an example out of Diddy. To me, I just keep seeing this as like, there's more and more cases that is that's coming out, or more people are stepping forward to say it is like things was inappropriate is that Diddy has done this and this. The one thing I can say about with Diddy is that he did sue last year, because it does have ownership of the Ciroc bottle, if I'm not mistaken. And he was suing like real big, like trillionaires type of shit, for racial discrimination. And then after that, all of these things happen. You have the things with Cassie coming out. You have all these different men coming forth and saying it is of being essayed. And now you're hearing about what, like, kids is being brought into these damn parties and all this other stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's going on associated with Diddy's name, and it's just like, damn. And the plot thickens even more, because even today with freaking Carisha, they're saying it is now she's involved with the shit, bro. There's so much stuff it is that's coming out, and it's just like, you want to know something? You want to know something? I was wondering to why JT was just slowly but surely was just not associating with Carisha. There was like a slow disconnect within the city girls. And I was wondering for the longest time, I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, it seemed like JT was just trying to be like, hey, listen, I don't want no parts with this. Let me go off over on this side and let Carisha just handle all this stuff. Because for the longest time, it is Carisha and Diddy you know what I'm saying? It was like a public, I want to say it was like a public thing. It is what's going on because Diddy is within his 50s. Carisha is in her 20s, like late 20s. So I kind of looked at this like, did I take it as a real relationship? No, not really. But I would take it as more a publicity stunt, if anything. But now they're saying she is in connections with all this shit. So it's getting real ugly for Diddy. It's like shit. There's more stuff along the way that we're hearing about now.
In which this home sits is a very expansive one for the American
together
rapper
for real,
and
but
producer. You can see them checking inside of a vehicle. We don't know exactly
but
what
she
is
was
involved
saying
with
it is
Diddy's
they go together real
We
bad.
don't know a ton of information about this at all, but this was dramatic video coming in of the Los Angeles home. They're raided by Homeland Security. Some of those images there on the backs of them. We also saw other images. I want to kind of quickly move to what else we saw as people were led away, potentially in custody. Don't know who these individuals are, if they're related to Diddy in any way. But
Most
you can
likely,
see them,
yes,
dramatic
related
video
to
from our
him.
Sky Fox team there in Los Angeles as we continue to cover this. And our Fox 11 team is there on the ground right now as we speak. Let's take you out to some of their coverage here as we follow this developing story out of Los Angeles.
And then detain those 3 people inside. We haven't seen any signs of P. Diddy himself. Again, we're hearing that he is possibly in New York, but several people inside the home that will surely be questioned. Very chaotic scene when all of this happened. Lots of neighbors wondering what's going on, of course, and we'll keep you updated. But it's definitely going to be quite a scene here for the remainder of the day.
Yeah, when you see this number of law enforcement agencies coming together, making this type of raid to such a big, high-profile mansion like this, in a neighborhood like this as well, this is very thought out, methodical, planned out for days. So they base this on a number of information gathering that they've received and evidence or what they're looking for. So clearly this is not something they do lightly. They really go through the process of making sure that everything is ready before they conduct a raid like this. So
my only issue is with this is that Diddy hasn't been arrested. So now now I'm just confused because you did all this, right? Normally it is if you like what the news reporter just said, all these things is usually planned out. When you have Homeland Security fucking coming to your house, raiding every single thing within your house, that means it is that they've been planning and got a whole bunch of evidence, which is basically a RICO situation. But this isn't really the first time it is that this has happened, where people within rap industries have gotten raided. Eazy-E has got raided before. YSL is going through a whole trial and shit as of right now. That was another raid within itself. I think Death Row as well, because they did that with Suge before they actually got him incarcerated. So this isn't the first time it is that I've heard stuff like this of like connections of that. Yeah, Polo G was also raided as well. Yeah. So this is not the first time this has happened. But unlike with the others, everybody else, there was an arrest or somebody being detained because of this. If this is the case, why isn't Diddy detained? Why hasn't he been arrested then? If that's the case, if y'all doing all of this stuff, then why is he not arrested? That's the first question that I thought of. It's like if that's the case, and you can't necessarily just say this, well, he's been on the run, he's fleeing and stuff like that, because if that's the case, then they would have been got him at this point. TMZ already reported this nigga being in Miami. I don't think it is he escaped, y'all. I really don't think it is that he was, because from what TMZ was saying, he was cooperating with the police in Miami. it just so happens that he has three properties, one in LA, which this is being covered on, Miami, and in New York. So from what I've seen, I'll try to find like the information on that.
Oh, yes, this took a
bear
lot
with
of
me.
planning for all these multiple agencies to come together to actually now conduct a type of raid like this,
No,
as you're seeing right now
it was
with
saying
this
it is that he was in
street
Miami.
also shut down for the time being. Because, Haley, you could see the perimeter has been set up in that neighborhood to keep just the public back
No, look
from the
at the
work that's being
vehicles they
done. And there you
pulled
have
up
the shot
in,
from
bro. That's
Skyfox again, these heavily armed
scary.
vehicles right next to all those luxury cars. You already see a Porsche, a G-Wagon,
Diddy.
so many luxury cars right there on that property. So it is a very differing juxtaposition there of what you're seeing. But look at this mansion here in Holmby Hills where the raid is taking place. Again, we don't know what exactly they're looking for, who they're looking for. But again, this could possibly be linked to a sex trafficking investigation involving rapper Sean Combs, the music executive. But as you heard from Haley right there, she believes, and she's been hearing, that we do not think that Sean Combs is on that property at home right now. He may be in New York as this raid is being conducted. But we do know from our reporting that over the course of the year already, just as early as March this year, there have been several lawsuits filed against Sean Combs. So clearly this could be part of it. We are not sure at this point. But again, Stu, if you could hear me, what are you seeing right now in terms of your point of view?
Well, again, we saw some of those officers right there at that one of the back houses. They did bring a ladder in. They actually went out and brought that ladder into that property. You see it right there, and then they brought another ladder. So there's probably something inside this building right here that they are very curious about, or they were, like you said, it was very well planned. They knew they were going to need that ladder to make access. So there is something inside this piece of property in the back, as one of the back houses, that they have been very interested in getting at. We haven't seen them bring anything out. At one point, I can say, and when I keep saying that we didn't see them bring anything out, we did see them bring out what looked like a big plastic bin, but I don't know if that was something that they had brought in with them as far as possible tools that they needed. But that was the only thing that seemed to be out of the ordinary, and that did come out of that back house that we just showed you. This is that front area that you were just talking about moments ago. We watched as those Bearcats made their way up Mapleton to actually do this raid, and then we watched as officers were getting through one of the pedestrian gates over here on this side of the property. Once they had breached that, well, then they opened those gates up right there, and those armored vehicles rolled in. They were very quick in whatever they needed to do to seize that home. That garage door went up very quickly, and it doesn't seem to be actually a garage inside there. We've been
All right, let me, you know what I'm saying?
from. They walked him out, put him in this little corner right here, and that's where they've been questioning him ever since.
Another ladder.
See, now, I forget, is this Quincy? This may be Quincy right here. And then Justin is probably onto the left side. But this, that sucks. And I really, that's, damn, now just had to see your kids get detained like this. That I don't wish that upon anybody. You know what I mean? Now, as far as we're concerned, I have to say this for judicial purposes. It is until it is that Diddy is found guilty. That is the only thing it is we can able to say. Yeah, but again, there has been so many different people stepping forth and saying it is that Diddy has done these heinous things. And to be honest with you, these are things it is I've been hearing about for a long time. I already kind of heard about the fact it is that Diddy may be bisexual. That I heard. I've always heard that, to be honest with you. You know, ever since it is I Need a Girl Part 1. If you listen to the lyrics to that, we was more like lovers. We was like brothers part. If you listen to that part, you just like, wait a minute. Diddy, what the hell you mean by that lyric? It's been one of those things that I always kind of knew, to be honest. But The real thing is now that I'm a little bit concerned about, because you know it is that Beyonce and Jay-Z normally have a Rockefeller like annual brunch. They didn't have that this year. So now I'm just like, well, damn, because usually Diddy is one of the main people it is that be coming through to those brunches. So now I'm really concerned of just like what's about to happen here. You know what I mean? What if he does get detained? What's gonna happen with everybody else that's surrounded by Diddy? Because if they're doing this to a high profile person like this, you can't do that to anybody, bro. They're making a heavy example out of Diddy here. they're making an example out of him here, and this is it's scary to think this, but to go back to this, right? I had to look this up. So this was. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Let's see, like the. So new video photos of Miami raid and airport Fed run-in. So TMZ has obtained new video. Damn, TMZ be fucking on the move with just getting information, bro. Fudge. So TMZ obtained new video showing full extent of raid at Diddy's home in Miami Monday, not to mention the moment a federal agent stopped his crew at the airport. So I guess it is, he was supposed to be going to Antigua or Barbados as well. Why niggas want to keep going to my fucking island is beyond me, bro. Keep all that other shit out of there, bro, or at least go to another island. Fuck. Damn. Take all that other shit somewhere else, bro. So we're seeing this. We're seeing all this shit, bro. Like, fudge. This is getting real scary out here. It's getting real scary. So take a look at this image. You can see Homeland Security and custom officials surrounding Diddy's private jet before it could take off. The feds were obviously rolling deep to stop him. You can't see Diddy himself in these photos, but this is certainly his entourage, including what appears to be his teenage twin daughters, as well as the guy who was arrested Monday from all of this. A 25-year-old Brendan Paul was busted on drug charges. So I guess this is like the drug mule that they was talking about. That I was seeing. As we reported, Brendan was the only one in Diddy's party who went to jail yesterday. No one else was arrested. That goes for Diddy himself. In these new photos, you can see Brendan with a blue sweater in the mix. But at this point, he seems to be uncuffed. So this is Diddy in Miami, y'all.
I guess you wonder what's gonna happen next, Diddy. I know.
Damn. This is bad. This nigga, you could just tell by the walk alone. You can tell by his walk alone it is that he's going through it. He is going through it, y'all. Fudge. It's crazy to think it is we are witnessing the downfall of Diddy right before our eyes, bro. Damn. So at this point, we know that Diddy hasn't been arrested or charged, although there's most certainly a federal investigation that got him under a microscope coast to coast. Woo! Okay. So now it is we can able to wrap this up and we can go into what his house looks like now. So did they get him? Well, he's not arrested yet. As far as I'm concerned, there's been no arrests made on Diddy, if that's the case. Damn, they ramsacked through this. Wow. All this information is going to be a good documentary. Damn. Damn, they done picked through the damn safe. Jesus Christ. Dang. 50 Cent is already making that documentary. Stop, bro. So then why are they raiding him if there's been no arrest yet? They do all this stuff because they're doing an investigation. They're trying to find any evidence of this that could really stick to do that. Because if they was to arrest him as right now without no evidence, then he'd just be let out, to be honest with you. It'd be a waste of time. In order to really get anybody, it has to be evidence like behind that. And there's certain laws and stipulations that, you know. Oh yeah. And another thing too, if he gets wrongfully detained, then he could very much sue. So that's another thing as well. So until it is that they actually have like concrete evidence that is that's gonna stick, this is the most it is they could able to do. But it's already scary enough. It is that you got Homeland Security coming through and raiding through all 3 of your homes like this, you know? You know, so from what it is that we're seeing, they ransack through this nigga's entire homes, bro. Especially if you get stopped by customs and Homeland Security while it is you trying to go on your private jet. That's another thing as well. But yes, y'all, a lot of people have been talking about it. Like, did he do it or did he not do it? I hate the fact that I said that as my notification, but you know, so now it's. Yeah, it's this is a lot. Like this is a lot to go through within a week, bro. So I guess it is we're going to find out more along the way. Obviously it is we're going to be talking about as much as possible on stream, but damn, you know, like it's I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say here. It's just nuts, y'all. But I'm curious to know what it is y'all gonna say within the comments. Mermaid out. I will catch y'all on the next video.